Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Team Melllow, and in this video we will present about the business that we choose for our group term project, which is IUD LERENG. These are our group members, which is me myself, Muhammad Saif RIDHAUDEEN, AHMAD NABIL, Muhammad DZAKIRIN, and NORHAYATI IZZAT. Our presentation will start with the business overview and will end it with suggestion for improvement.
First thing first, we look into the business overview. IUD LERENG is the business name for the company. Actually, IU is a nickname for the owner. Meanwhile, the LERENG comes from a geographic location because the restaurant is located on the hillside. The motto of the business is want to provide customer with the best quality product using their knowledge and experience in the food and beverage industry with their soul and passion. IUD LERENG is a small business that operates as a sole proprietorship with a common goal, which is to generate halal profit in accordance with the Sharia or Islamic law. Now we move on to the business information. The restaurant opens every day except Sunday from 7 AM until 2:30 PM. The business just has one labor to help the owner to manage the restaurants because most of the tasks are doing by their family, by the owner's family. And there are some detail for the business. The address is IUD LERENG, Jalan Sungai Pusu, 53100, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and the owner can be called by this number 019-368-6338. And the product is nasi lemak berlauk, nasi campur, kuih muih, and other Malay cuisine. Now we jump into the history of the business. The owner starts the business from home and just received the order from relatives and close friends in 2019. Besides that, her son started to sell nasi lemak bungkus made by her or the owner with a price of RM1 at school. Due to the good feedback, the owners slowly established the restaurant to grow the business, and the owner claims that the recipe for breakfast and lunch dishes like nasi lemak berlauk and nasi campur is from generation to generation. However, most business like IUD LERENG face problems and challenges to sustain the business during this pandemic of COVID-19. The owner said that they must close the restaurant for about 1 month during movement control order or MCO, and it brought huge losses to the business. Therefore, one of the ways to cover the losses is to receive the order from home and deliver it by cash on delivery. Apart from that, the owner decided to be part of YSM Entrepreneur patronized under IIUM Sejahtera flagship to gain knowledge about the business and improve entrepreneurial skills such as e-commerce and digital marketing. These skills are so important during this pandemic of COVID-19.
Now, we will move on to the second part of this presentation, which is the description of the product. For breakfast, the meal that the restaurant sell are nasi lemak with the variety of side dishes like fried egg, fried chicken, fried catfish, sambal sotong, rendang limpa and rendang ayam, fried noodle, fried rice, fried kuih tiaw and kuih muih. For your information, the fried rice and fried kuih tiaw there are the most hot selling product for breakfast. All of these dishes are cooked by Miss Aida, her children and her worker with the recipe from her mother and mother-in-law. Besides, they also do the partnership by selling the food made by locals such as lontong, kari noodle, hailam noodle and mie rebus. For lunch, the restaurant sell nasi campur. Nasi campur is the combination of plain rice with different kind of dishes. Some of the dishes sold at the restaurant are pisang masak lemak, sambal, river fish, gulai itik, gulai telur itik, gulai nangka, gulai pucuk ubi, gulai pucuk paku and gulai jantung pisang. Besides, they also have the hot selling dishes for lunch, which are paru, rendang limpa, squid and fried chicken. Same like breakfast food, the lunch food also cooked by Miss Aida, her children and her worker with the menu from her mother and mother-in-law.
First of all, we have 3 steps regarding on our data sources and data collection procedure. The first step is creating the questions for the interview. We came up with 16 interview questions that were both qualitative and quantitative. We have 6 quantitative data questions and 10 qualitative data questions that we want to know about. The second step is about the data collection method. We use the interview method in order to gain an in-depth understanding of opinions on our topic. Before we did the interview, we approached the owner through WhatsApp to inform the owner, which is Aida Binti Abdul Majid, about our objective. Once the owner had properly welcomed us and comprehended our aim, we arranged to meet physically at her stall in Jalan Sungai Pusu, Kuala Lumpur. Our interview took place on November 14, 2021 on Sunday. When we arrived, we already asked her some questions that we had prepared ahead of time. The last step is the collection of the data. Throughout the interview that we did, we used our smartphone to record every conversation that took place. Because our data collection method is interview based, we use the smartphone to perform systematic transcript or data entry in order to reduce distortion. Apart from that, the smartphone prevent data loss because the transcript is backup.
For analysis part, we will be focusing on nasi lemak basic, fried egg, fried chicken, fried catfish and sambal sotong. The first one is nasi lemak basic. Nasi lemak basic is a breakfast Malay food that is famous in Malaysia. It consists of rice that is cooked in coconut milk, cucumber, boiled egg, anchovies and sambal. The cost that we got for nasi lemak basic is RM1.07. After adding the markup of 40.19%, we will get the selling price of nasi lemak basic, which is RM1.50. The second one is fried egg, which is eaten together with nasi lemak basic. Just like the name, fried egg is the egg that is fried in oil. The cost that we get for fried egg is 67 cents. With the markup of 49.25%, we will get the selling price of fried egg, which is RM1. After adding the selling price of fried egg and nasi lemak basic, we will get RM2.50.
The next one is fried chicken. Fried chicken is one of the dishes that is eaten with nasi lemak basic. To make fried chickens, the chicken will be coated with turmeric powder and salt. Next, the coated chickens will be fried in the oil for 30 minutes until the color of the chickens turns yellowish. The cost that we got for fried chicken is RM2.05, a markup of 70.73%. We will get the selling price of fried chicken, which is RM3.50. After adding the selling price of fried chicken and nasi lemak basic, we will get RM5. Now, we move to the analysis for the next dishes that is eaten with nasi lemak basic, which is fried catfish. Basically, the fish will be coated with turmeric powder and salt, then fried it in the oil for 20 minutes until the color turns yellowish. The cost that we got for fried catfish is RM2.40 per pieces. After markup for about 63.55%, the selling price for fried catfish will be RM3.50. After adding the selling price of catfish and nasi lemak basic, we will get RM5 for total selling price.
The last one is sambal sotong. Sambal sotong is also one of the dishes of nasi lemak. This dish required 9 dry ingredients in total. The cost that we got for sambal sotong is RM2.35 per pack with the markup of 48.94%. Then we will get the selling price of sambal sotong, which is RM5 after adding the selling price of sambal sotong and nasi lemak basic.
Now we proceed to the suggestions to improve IU delivering sales. The first one is turning the existing customers to be promoters. IU delivering customer will market the restaurant through word of mouth and by bringing in friends and family, which will help the owner to increase their sales. When the customers come to the restaurants, try to remember who they are, what they have previously ordered and what evaluations they have given. If the owner treats them well, the customers will spread the word about how amazing their restaurant is. Getting the customers to come back will forever be every restaurant's most significant achievement. Next, social media promotions. IU Delivering can create social media sites to promote their restaurant. They need to update their sites often to make sure that they get new potential customers. Also, keep in mind that the owner should never overlook a negative review. Always acknowledge negative feedback and apologize for any inconvenience. Such efforts will not only assist to retain angry customers, but will also attract new ones and boost overall restaurant sales. Suggestion number 3. IU Delivering can offer online food delivery. If the restaurant has limited seating space enough for kitchen workers, they can use online ordering to handle more orders and enhance restaurant revenue. This feature also makes them more discoverable online, and people will be able to order right from their computers or smartphones. Offering online food delivery would help IU Delivering expand its audience and reach out to potential customers. Next, IU Delivering need to determine their menu prices wisely according to the surrounding. IU Delivering is located in a rural place, so they need to determine the price of their menus reasonable for their neighborhood. If the prices seems not to be competitive and customers may find their menu too expensive, customer will never return to their restaurant. On the other hand, if their menu prices are not able to cover up their cost of goods sold, it would leave them with minimal profits. That's why IU Delivering needs to research their surroundings before deciding the menu price. Lastly, IU Delivering needs to prioritize offline marketing. After we visited their restaurant, there were a few things that they needed to improve to market their restaurant. There is no banner hanging on there at the restaurant, so for the new potential customers that are looking for a restaurant, they cannot realize that there was a restaurant there. This problem will give them a negative impact on getting new customers. That's why IU Delivering needs to create their own banner and hang it on the banner at the restaurant to market their business.
That's all from us, and thank you